Welcome back to One on One. We're talking with Egyptian film icon Hussein Fahmy. Hussein, tell me about some of those defining moments in your career. What were the ones that really stand out?
I believe my first movie was a big success, as I told you. I did another movie, and this was at the beginning of my career, where in the middle of the shooting, I had a feud with the director, and we were not on speaking terms. So he was not actually directing me. And I started igniting my imagination as to direct myself. He was not addressing me at all. It was only through the assistant. And I knew it was going to be my part was going to be a fiasco because there is no director. I was working with the director of photography, taking his advices on the side. But again, this was the beginning of my career. And I opened the newspapers one day and I read that I got the Best Actor award for that part. And to me, I was crying like a baby at that time. I remember very well that I just did not expect it at all. And it was on a personal effort. And the director was in feud with me, and he would be saying, I would hear him, this is his last part. That's the end of him. If he thinks he's an actor, that's the end of it. And I received the Best Actor award from the Ministry of Culture. And to me, it was really a sort of a challenge that made me go on until today.
How important is it to get awards? As an artist, how important to get that feedback and recognition?
It is as important as you hear applause. What are applause? Applause are nothing. It's just a sound. But this is the appreciation that you receive. You receive applause when you do something that is, you feel that you have done an effort, and at the end you receive applause. This is the appreciation. So an award is an appreciation. It actually have no material value. It has a sentimental value. When you hang it on the wall and you see that these are the awards that you have received, and this is your whole life actually. It's your career. It's just hanging on the wall at the end of it.
Of course, the big name in cinema here before you appeared on the scene was Omar Sharif.
Yes.
And he left to join the international movie world as well. Did that idea ever appeal to you as well?
No, it hasn't appealed to me. See, I lived in the States for many years. I lived for about between 6 and 7 years. So I lived abroad. It was not appealing for me to live abroad. Now, for the last 30 years, I've been traveling back and forth. I went all over the world. But to me, more than 10 days outside of my environment is too much for me. I've been all over the world, and I have a lot of friends all over the world, and we've met in New York. But again, after 10 days, 10, 15 days, I want to go back. I don't know why, but I always felt that I love Egypt very much, and I love everywhere. I've been everywhere in Egypt. I love the Egyptians very much. They're beautiful people. And I love home. I like to be at home. And the amazing thing is that I told my father when I was coming back from the States, and he asked me why you're coming back, I said, I feel I'm far away from home. The amazing thing is my son studied in Cal Poly. He's an American, by the way. He was born in the States. So he studied in Cal Poly, which is very close to LA, and he stayed there for 3 or 4 years. Before that, he was in Switzerland. And when I asked him why, he said, I'm coming back. He said, why are you coming back? He said, I feel I'm too far away from home. So to me, it was sort of, I believe these are genes, definitely.
He said, Dad, you still have to teach me how to ride a bike and how to swim. Home, of course, is where you get the most applause and everything else. It's where you're recognized for your talents, really from your home audience. How easy is it to handle criticism when you do read someone criticizes what you've done?
Sometimes I handle it very easily, and sometimes I crack jokes about it, and sometimes it infuriates me. And I remember very well that I did a movie with 2 other performers, excellent actors. We were 3 in the movie, and we were there in every scene. So there comes this critic who writes 2 full pages, one about my colleague and the other on the other colleague, and I'm not mentioned at all in that article. So to me it was amazing, and he represented them as horses in a race, and they were racing together, you see. And he said that this guy is a very well-known horse, and wherever he is in a track or a race, he wins. The other one is a black horse. We didn't expect at all that he would win, but there he comes on. And I picked up the phone, I called the newspaper and asked for the journalist, and I told him, you mentioned the movie and you described it as a stable. There were horses there, and there's a stable. Well, you mentioned 2 horses. Haven't you seen that donkey in the middle that was, that was going back and forth? I said, why do you say that? I love you so much. I said, it didn't show that you loved me. I mean, mention something. Don't mention my name, but say something. There was a donkey there in that stable.
Now, of course, you've also made headlines for doing things out of the norm, especially in this part of the world, such as turning down an advert to do an advert with cigarettes.
Yes.
Where they offered you nearly, well, £1 million Egyptian pounds, nearly $200,000 or so in current terms. Why? Was that on principle?
Yes, it was on principle. I'm against smoking. I'm against cigarettes. I've never smoked in my life, by the way, and I've always been against it. I taught my children to do this, and I have a brother, unfortunately, who died because of cigarettes. So this gave me more a drive to be against cigarettes, and I'm still campaigning against it.
The way you have lived your life, I mean, you've been very focused on the work and, as you say, traveled the world, seen everywhere. Do you find time to relax?
I do find time to relax, and I relax. I have a beautiful garden. I have my dogs with me, and I have my children, and now my daughter has 2 boys. So this is the real moment where I'm at ease, and I'm really relaxing. It's when I'm among them and in a serene community or a serene environment.
Did you find time for any interests or hobbies?
Not really, not anymore, not like before. I used to paint, I used to draw, I draw sketches. Actually, the characters I play, I sort of draw them with my own hand.
Including the donkey?
The saddle was there. But I don't really find time to. But one of the amazing hobbies that I have is polishing my shoes. So this was a very funny thing that my son, when he was about 6 years old.
Do you take any contracts, by the way?
No, but I give advices. And so on my birthday, I saw him bringing me a very nice gift. Opening the gift, I discovered it was a set of polishing shoes, you know. It was all the black, brown, white, and all the... So it was really amazing, and that he has noticed that. I hadn't.
Now, you know, obviously you've had a very full life. Would you say you're happy?
Yes, I'm very happy. And I will tell you why I'm happy. I'm happy because I don't think of the past. To me, the past is gone. It's memory, and it's in a brain cell. And the future is unknown. So the real moment in my life is now. When I'm sitting with you now, I have nothing else in my mind except what we're chatting about. The moment that has just gone before coming in is gone. It doesn't exist. It's not in reality. It's only in your memory, and I go by that. It's my philosophy in life. I live the moment, so I'm very happy in the moment and during that moment. And I read also, Bertrand Russell had told me once that, in one of his books, actually, I read it. He said that man is born sad. Nobody said that man is born happy. We are born unhappy. So with the moments of happiness, grab it and make use of it and expand it. And this is what I do in my life. I expand the moments of happiness. And I have never done anything that I didn't approve to.
Is there anything you would have done differently, though?
No, I don't think so. If you mean coming back to...
Yeah,
if
you could change anything?
No, I would never change anything.
What about roles, acting roles or acting parts that you might have tried or wanted to try and never got a chance to? Is there anything that's eluded you?
No, I think that I've been offered all parts, and to me, I don't feel that I have no desire to make any special part. But when I get a part, when I receive a part, I work on it. Now I'm shooting a part where there are twins, 2 brothers, and I played both. I played both characters. At the same time, I am playing, so I have to enjoy it. I have to enjoy the game that I'm playing. If I'm not enjoying the game, I better not do it.
Because you're playing both parts, both characters.
Yes.
If the critic misses you this time, then you know there's something wrong.
I believe so.
Many top actors end up as politicians. Do you have any interest in being in politics?
No. And I don't believe that actors should join any party. I've been offered to be part of parties and join parties, but I don't believe that an actor or a performer or a celebrity should be part of a party. I am a party on my own. I have to have the liberty to express myself. If I am part of a political party, then I have to express their views. And if I don't like anything of the views, then I have to shift away. To be tied down to a certain group of people and not shift from their ideas, I don't think it's healthy for any artist.
Now, one day, a long time away, I hope, you will leave behind hundreds of films, plays, and so on and so forth. How would you like people to remember you?
As an artist. I believe the word artist is a very precious word. To say that he was an artist is really great to me.
Hussein Fahmy, real pleasure talking with you.
Thank you very much. My pleasure. Thanks.